Namaste, namaste, and welcome to Monday Midday Chair Yoga. This is our second attempt at this class, so we're having a slightly shortened session, and we're going to get started straight away. So coming onto your seat, just allowing your body to land, observing a little bit about yourself so that you can work compassionately with your body as we practice. And we're going to start with some small movements of the head. So sitting really tall, we want to start with very small turns from side to side. So really just moving a fraction of the amount your head can move from side to side. And it's not really super slow, but it's also not super swift. And then we're going to come back to center. We're going to do a little tilt from side to side. Again, the same thing. It's not ear to shoulder. It's just a little tilt. Trying to find that length in the neck as we work. And then back to center. And then a gentle nod up and down. Again, very, very small compared to what we're able to do, working with this very tiny range of movement. Actually, what we're doing is we're working particularly on two vertebrae in the neck rather than on the whole neck. And then back to center, we're going to do very small circles. And then we can slowly come to stop and go in the opposite direction, very small circles. So we're working with the two vertebrae at the top of the neck called the atlas and the axis. And as you bring your head back to center, hopefully you'll feel a little sense of easing. And these two are the most important for the mobility of our head. But if we make larger movements with the head, we've actually engaged all of the vertebrae in the neck. So we're going to come to do that now. So we temper our or balance our practice with these small movements first, and then we're going to make some larger ones. So we're going to start sitting tall and turning to look over the right shoulder. And we're now looking for a fuller range of movement, back to center and then over to the other side. But as we move from side to side, not going beyond where the body is comfortable, not pressing or forcing in our movements. Let's do one more to each side. Lovely. And so as we come to center, we're going to turn to the right one more time and hold. And here, resting your, let's see, right hand at the top of your left shoulder or the top of your left side of the chest, just under the collarbone is good. And we're going to reach the left hand back. Now, it might be that you don't hold on to anything, but if you are able to reach and hold on to your chair, then that is a great place to anchor this movement. And then from there, roll your left shoulder towards the left side of the spine. So we're drawing that shoulder backwards as we've reached backwards. And looking towards the right shoulder means that we feel this sense of length and opening across the left side of the chest. Left and right are eluding me a little bit today, so hopefully that will make sense. We're going to take a little deep breath in and out here. And then we're going to release the left arm and turn the head back to center. Relax both sides. Just give the shoulders a little wiggle. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. Start by sitting really tall, finding that length in the neck, turning to look over the left shoulder, resting the left hand on the right side of the chest, just around the collarbone, reaching the right hand back, maybe reaching for the chair. Holding onto something if you're able to, doesn't matter if you can't, and then rolling the right shoulder towards the right side of the spine to further open that side of the chest. And here we're just finding a nice softness around the eyes, softness around the shoulders, apart from that shoulder blade that's working. Deep breath. And then gently releasing by releasing the right hand, turning the head back to center, just giving the shoulders a little roll, making any movements with your neck that feel good. We come back to center Sit really tall, right ear to right shoulder. And we're going to reach the left palm towards the floor. Just feel that increasing sense of length down the left side of the neck. And if you don't feel ready to hold, you can come in and out a little. If you feel ready to hold, you can even turn the back of the left hand and then the palm of the left hand to the floor. So you're just doing a little wiggle here of that left arm. And then when you're ready, you can soften the left hand back to center, draw your head gently back to center, make any movements that feel good with the neck or the shoulders, come back to sitting tall, and then left ear to right, left ear to left shoulder. Left ear to right shoulder would be quite hard. We're going to reach the right palm down to the floor. If that feels too intense, you don't have to do that part of the practice, or you can gently move in and out of this tilting position, turning the back of the hand and the palm of the hand to the floor if you're comfortable extending into that sense of length. And then when you're ready, you can relax the right hand, bring the head back to center, make any movements that feel good with your spine. And we're going to finish this neck practice by drawing the chin towards the chest, just holding briefly, maybe giving yourself a soft smile. That helps to soften tension from the throat and the top of the chest. And then we're going to draw the head back to center, bottom teeth over top teeth, and lift the chin up. Hold again as you breathe. And then slowly back down to center. And if you wish to, you can come all the way back down, relaxing the jaw, chin to chest for one final movement forward, and then return to neutral. And again, rolling the shoulders a little. Very nice. And we're going to take our shoulders and we're just going to give them a shrug up and down. So just a lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's do one more. Lift and lower. And then we're going to draw the shoulders in front of the body. You can even draw the backs of the hands towards each other, and then draw the shoulders behind the body, turning the palms of the hands forward or open to the sides. So shoulders forward, shoulders backwards. It's okay to move some of the rest of your body if you'd like to. It's very hard to do this in a completely isolated way, so feel free just to move, gentle undulation through the body. Let's do one more. And then relaxing the arms down to the side. We're going to swing the arms backwards and forwards. Nice soft arm here. Very good. Cool. Try not to clobber anything with your hands. And then coming back to the center. And then we're just rolling the shoulders, one and then the other. Nice alternate shoulder rolls. We're going to go in one direction for a few more. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. Very good. We get this sort of massaging effect across our upper backs with the movement of the shoulders. And then when you're ready, coming back to the center, we'll take the fingertips onto the shoulders or towards the chest and shoulders, and then we're drawing elbows towards each other and up, and elbows behind the body a little if you can, and down. So just moving, maybe a little bit more expansive now. If you'd like to, you can breathe in as you draw the elbows together and up in front of the body, breathing out as they come back and down. Let's do one more in this direction. And then we're going to go the opposite way. So start maybe just moving first, getting the movement to feel really natural or really good, and then breathing in as the elbows go back and up, breathing out as they come forward and down. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel free to move your head if it feels like it's a natural movement at the end of the spine. And feel free also to draw the elbows really towards each other and really behind the body so you get that full circular movement. One more. Releasing the arms down to the side. We're just going to shrug the shoulders a few times. And then we're going to do something called a sun breath. It suits this day, which is gloriously sunny everywhere that I have seen students from already today. So hopefully also with you. I'm going to turn the palms outwards. I'm going to breathe in as we draw the arms up to wherever up is for you. Palms together if you can. And then turn the hands to face out the way. Breathing out as they come all the way down to the sides. Palms face the floor. Turn the palms upwards, breathing in. And turn the palms out, breathing out and down. Breathing in. Turning the palms, breathing out and down. Let's do two more. Breathing in. Breathing out and down. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out and down. Very nice. And then just giving the shoulders a little bit of a roll. Super stuff. Now I have got my feet up at the moment, but I'm going to move my blocks out of the way so I can put my feet a little bit wider to do some side bending. So I'm just looking for a slightly wider stance and quite a lot of my bottom and maybe even the tops of my legs on the chair for extra support. So here I'm just sliding one hand down the chair, coming back to the center and sliding the other. And we're going from side to side, really firm across the belly muscles, just looking for that sense of opening the sides of the body. And once it feels like this movement is becoming a little bit softer, more gentle, like there's no tension associated with it, you can reach the opposite arm up and over, and you might need to slow your movement down a little bit just to coordinate the whole length of the arm. And try and reach that arm out to the side of the body. So not across in front of the body, but out to the side. So it doesn't matter if your arm just stays out to the side instead of going over, as long as it is out to the side. Lovely stuff. Press your feet into the floor. Really feel firmness down the sides of the body. I'm going to do one more to each side. Lovely job. And then coming back to the center, rolling the shoulders a few times. Aces. And then we're going to keep the feet where they are. Often when we do twists, we bring the feet together. We're going to keep the feet where they are, sit really tall, and just do a little gentle twist to the right, and then a twist to the left. Twist to the right, and twist to the left. We want to stay upright as we twist, nice and firm in the center, pressing the feet down. And perhaps as it feels a little bit like it's easing, you can twist a little further if you prefer. Or you can just stick with whatever you're doing. It'll be fine. One more to each side. And returning to center. And then from here, we are going to bring the feet just a touch narrower. We're going to sit tall and then draw the right knee into the chest, just round through the spine ever so slightly, and then sit tall, right foot comes down, and left knee comes into the chest. And then sitting tall. So we're going to breathe in here, breathing out as the right knee comes into the chest, breathing in to stand tall, sit tall, breathing out, left knee into chest. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let's do one more to each side. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Lovely job. Then we're going to come back to sitting nice and tall. We're going to extend one leg and then bend and extend the other and bend. So we're just going from side to side. We might, because we've got the opportunity, we might here, I'm going to turn slightly sideways so it's easier to see, just slide ourselves back into our seats and then give our legs a little bit of a swing as well. So I think that would be quite nice after all the practice that we've done so far, because our legs have been strong and holding us nice and upright. So we can do a little kicking here, which helps to activate those muscles very nicely. And then we're going to bring both feet forward and just roll at the ankles a few times in this direction and a few times in the opposite direction as well. Lovely job. And then let's do some more of those slow, steady extensions. So extending the leg forward and gently lowering and extending the opposite side forward and gently lowering. Let's do pointed toes this time. Pointing the toes forward, straight foot, straight knee, and pointing the left toes forward. Straight foot, straight knee. Let's do one more of those to each side with a straight foot, straight knee. Then we're going to do an alternative. Very good. So this time we're going to flex the right foot, but stick the toes out to the right side. And then back to center. Flex the left foot, point your toes out to the left side. So there's a little twist in the leg as well. Let's do one more of those to each side. Very good. Very nice. And then this time we're going to point the right toes, but we're going to turn the right heel out to the right side. So pointing the toes, but turning the toes in and release. Pointing the left toes, turning the toes in, the left heel turns out to the side. One more of those to each side. A little bit harder to do for me. I don't know how it feels at your end. And then we'll finish with just some gentle kicking. And maybe swinging in circles with the knees if you'd like. Super. So what we're going to do now is put together all of those movements and our stretchy bands to do a little flow. So stretchy bands, we're going to start. We don't want to sit all the way to the front because we might move around on our bottoms a bit. So about the middle of your chair, we're going to have our stretchy bands here down by our sides, about the width of our chair, arms apart. And we're going to start by pressing the feet down and lifting tall, lift the arms up to chest height. We want to keep tension on the band, so we don't want it to be saggy, but we don't want to pull it super apart. So just enough tension on the band. And we're going down, we're going up, and down. Let's see if we can go a bit higher with the arms this time. Maybe eye height or slightly above. Maybe head height or slightly above. And then try coming as high as you can. Lovely job. And lowering down. Let's do one more like that. All the way up. All the way down. Keeping tension on the band. And this time we're going to come all the way up and hold in the up position. Firm the belly muscles. Lean over to your right side. Come back to the center. Lean over to your left side. Come back to the center. We're going to twist. Twist down to the right. Twisting to the right, arms come down. And then coming back to the center, like you're drawing a nice big semicircle over the body, and arms down to the left as we twist to the left and up. And then let's do that one more time. We should have done the sways one more time each side as well. But that was my bad. So a little twist, twist. Excellent. And then we're going to come back to the center. We're going to hold the arms here. We're going to lengthen one leg and release. Doesn't matter what you do with your feet, lengthen the other and release. We'll do it one more time to each side. So holding that nice upness of the upper body. And then we're going to draw the right knee into the chest and the arms will come down at the same time. Keep tension on the band and come back to sitting upright, arms lifted, left knee into chest, arms down, nice rounding through the spine. Let's do one more to each side. right knee into chest, and releasing back to upright, left knee into chest, and releasing back to upright. And then we're going to pull the band apart and see if we can get the arms behind the body. It doesn't matter if they don't go far, but perhaps they go behind the body a significant way. And then we're pulling the band apart to bring the arms down in front of the body. And we're going to relax for a moment, just leave our bands in place, roll in the shoulders. We perhaps sit back in our seats and wiggle our ankles. Maybe kick the legs if it feels good. Do something that feels nice and releasing for your feet and legs as well. We're going to come forward in our seats and do the whole thing again. 2 of everything this time, including the side bends, which I forgot to do 2 of on the first round. So we're sitting tall, arms down by the sides. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's see if we can coordinate breath as movement together as well. We're going to breathe in as we bring the arms up to wherever up is. Breathing out as we bring the arms down. Let's do one more like that. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out all the way down. Little lift in the belly muscles. This time we're going to breathe in, coming up, keeping tension on the band. Breathing out over to the right side. Breathing in back to the center. Breathing out over to the left. Same thing. Breathing into center. Breathing out over to the right. Breathing into center. Breathing out side bend to the left. Breathe into center, and then we're going to twist as we breathe out, bringing the hands down on the right-hand side of the body. Breathing in back to center, lovely big twist to the left as we breathe out. Breathing into center, keeping tension on the band. Breathing out as we twist to the right. Breathing into center. Breathing out as we twist to the left. We're going to breathe into center. Breathe out as we lengthen the right leg. Breathe in as we lower. Breathe out as we lengthen the left leg. Breathe in and lower. Keep tension on the band. Breathing out as we lengthen the leg. Breathe in, sitting tall. Breathing out and lengthening the left leg. Breathing in here. Breathing out, rounding through the spine. Draw the right knee in and the arms come down. Breathing in to sit tall, arms lifted. Breathing out, rounding through the spine, left knee in. Breathing in to sit tall. Breathing out, rounding through the spine, right knee in. Breathing in to sit tall. Breathing out, rounding through the spine, left knee in. Breathing in to sit tall. We're going to breathe out, pulling on the band and draw the arms behind the body. Maybe it's just a little, maybe it's a lot. Breathing in back to center one more time. Breathing out as we pull on the band. So we're using the arms a little bit more this time. Breathing into center and then breathing out, lower the arms down in front of the body. Just relaxing your hands from the band, because sometimes when we hold the band, it's quite a lot of effort on our grip, which is great. It helps to strengthen our grip. But at the end of the movement, I seem to be losing my band, just rolling the wrists a little. It's like a snake, it doesn't want to stay, and the opposite way as well. And you can also give your hands a little shake out. You can interlace your fingers and make some figure of eights as well if it feels good. And then after all of that practice, maybe giving the shoulders a little roll, we're going to sit tall, wrap the right arm over the left arm, just hold our shoulders, let the elbows come down onto the chest, chin towards the chest a little. Give yourself a couple of deeper breaths. And then we'll take the arms nice and wide as we sit tall. We're going to cross the opposite way, holding onto the shoulders. Let the elbows be soft. Maybe let the head come forward a little bit. taking a couple of deeper breaths. Excellent. And then just relaxing the arms down to our sides. Now we're going to balance this practice we've done with the upper body by doing some practice with our lower body as well. We're going to do sit to stand today. And that's all we're doing because we're going to head for a relaxation shortly. So we want to have enough of the bottom and maybe the upper legs on the chair that we are absolutely confident we will sit back down on the chair. We're going to bring the feet towards us a little bit so they're right underneath the knees, particularly the legs. Firm in the belly muscles, firming the arms forward as well. We're going to gently lift and lower the seat. So gently lift and lower. We'll do 3 more. Lift, lower, lift, just hover, lower. Last one like this, nice and light. Really firing up those muscles in the legs. And now we're going to come all the way up into standing. We're going to hover and then stand. So we hover and then we stand really tall. And as we stand tall, maybe letting the hips come slightly forward, firm buttocks, firm belly, and then reaching the hands forward to bend the knees deeply and lightly kiss the buttocks down to the seat. So we're hovering, standing tall, pressing the hips slightly forward, and then reaching the tail back as we reach the hands forward to lightly sit down. Let's do 3 more. Very nice. 2 more. Hover, stand tall, press the hips forward, reach the hands forward, scoop the belly in as we sit down. Last one like this. Very nice. So take a moment, just sit a little bit further back in your seat, wriggle the ankles, maybe swing the feet side to side or front to back or in circles, whatever feels good. And we're going to do all of that again, but with the feet staggered. So check your position. Right foot comes back with the heel lifted, left foot is slightly forward. So we've got the staggered position, but different effort through the legs now. So firm in the belly muscles, reaching the hands forward, gently lift and lower. So we're hovering. Just use the arms for a bit of momentum if you'd like to. Taking the weight forward and back. It's really light. It's really graceful. It's finding ease. Last one. Take a moment. Keep the feet as they are. We're coming all the way up to stand. So sitting tall, firm in the belly, reaching forward to hover, and then pressing into the legs to open the chest. Let the hips come slightly forward, firm belly, buttocks, and then reaching the hands forward, bending at the knees. Tailbone comes back to sit down. Let's do 2 more like that. Hover, stand, bend at the knees. We're just counterbalancing with our hands as we come forward to sit down again. We're reaching the hands away from the tailbone. And then we're going to take a moment to sit back in our seats, wiggle anything that needs wiggling, particularly the right toes, perhaps, as they've been tucked under. And when you're ready, you're going to stagger the feet, left foot back with the heel lifted, right foot forward, making sure there's enough of your buttocks on the seat that you feel really secure, firm in the belly, 5 hovers. So gentle hover and release. Just a light lift of the buttocks and down. Now it might be, as you do this, you don't get any air between your bottom and the seat, but you have the intention to move in that way. Because this, I think, is harder than standing all the way up. Let's put that together with standing all the way up, nice and firm in the belly, reaching forward to hover, then stand all the way tall, firm in the buttocks and the belly as the hips come forward, and then reaching the fingertips forward as the bottom reaches backwards. 2 more like this. Hover, stand, releasing, down. Just noticing how differently it feels in the legs to use the legs in this way. So much of our life is spent with one side doing something slightly different from the other. Then when you're ready, you can sit back in your seat, give your legs maybe a bit of length, flexing and releasing or rolling at the ankles, maybe a gentle swinging side to side as well if you would like. And that's us ready for relaxation. So we are going to find our way to relaxation, maybe with a little blanket wrapped around. Please excuse me, I'm just going to grab one from over here. And some blocks for underneath the feet, perhaps. If, like me, your legs are comparatively short compared to the chair length or height, as the case may be. And going to really get ourselves nice and cozy. Because even though it feels like a warm day today, certainly here, it is always better in relaxation to be nice and cozy. It helps us to feel more relaxed. Excuse me. So once you've got yourself settled, try to settle yourself into the back of your seat so that you feel supported. You can perhaps switch off some of that lifted uprightness that we've had during the class. It's great to be able to switch it on and also to switch it off so that we can feel a little soften and release here. We're going to sit really tall and bow the chin towards the chest. And just take a moment to feel length in the back of the neck. Maybe a softening of the shoulders. And then smiling gently to yourself, drawing your head back to an upright position, bottom teeth over top teeth, lifting forward and up. And again, coming back to center. After all of that work that we put into our shoulders, take the left hand and just give your right shoulder a little bit of a squeeze. That place where the neck joins the top of the shoulder. It's really nice to give yourself a little massage. You can massage all the way around the side here. If it feels good, you can squeeze along the outside of the shoulder itself and the top of the arm. You can rub or squeeze gently along your collarbone towards the center of your chest as well. So anywhere that feels good. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So right hand across the body, just to start squeezing like you're kneading bread. And of course, because you're doing it to yourself, you can use the pressure that feels appropriate to you in this moment. So a nice little squeeze, work along the back of the shoulder towards the shoulder itself. It's just really nice to get in contact with what feels good. And then you can, of course, move your hand along the front of the body, around the collarbone, and maybe just finish back where you started, around that left side of the neck. And then release down. Give your shoulders a little wriggle. And hopefully that helps you to release some of the effort of our practice as well. So now we can close our eyes. Or for those of you who feel very uncomfortable closing your eyes, you can always just draw your gaze downward. Take a moment to arrive in this stillness. Feel that you're able to soften, even if it is just thinking about softness, the effort that we've made in our practice. We're going to use our breath to help. So taking a long, deep breath in and a long, slow sigh out. Trying to make that out breath as long as is comfortably possible. Let's do 2 more of those. A long, deep breath in, a long, slow sigh out through the mouth. One more like that. And as you sigh out, let all of the effort drain out of the body. Let softness arrive, releasing and relaxing. Allow your breath to find its natural rhythm, falling into quietness. Take your awareness into your forehead. Feel it soften. The space between the eyebrows spreading, separating. The area around the eyes releasing. Your mouth, tongue, and jaw relaxing. Take your awareness to the top of your head and imagine that there is warm water pouring gently onto the top of your head. It's really gentle. It doesn't feel irritating or hard. It's not sore in any way. It's a gentle trickle of water, and it's warm, and it covers the head. And wherever the water trickles down, the body softens and relaxes. All across the top of the head, the face, the ears, the back of the head and sides of the head. The water trickles down the back of the neck, across the shoulders, down the arms, into the wrists and fingers and hands. That sensation of warmth trickling across the back of the body, across the back of your shoulders, the middle of the back, the low back. The trickle of water, warming and softening, trickles over your chest, over your rib cage, your abdomen. That gentle, soft flow of water trickling over the hips and down the legs, across the knees and ankles, feet and toes. Have a real sense that your energy has reached the ground. Your awareness resting in your feet. The whole body softening. The whole body relaxing. As your breath gently ebbs and flows for the remainder of relaxation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. And bring your awareness back to your hands and feet, moving your fingers, your toes, maybe rolling wrists and ankles. When you feel ready, take a deep breath in and stretch the body in any way that feels good. Maybe stretching the mouth, the face, and the yawn. Maybe lengthening one side and then the other. When you're ready, you can bring your palms together at the center of your chest and just bow your chin gently forward. Give yourself a soft smile, and in your own time, raising your head and opening your eyes. Thank you so much for joining in this practice today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.